Well, hello everyone. It is Sunday, October 4th. I guess we're having a hurricane move up. We got a lot of wind today and some rain. And I like the sound of the wind. I kind of like this type of stormy weather. Days prior we had like a front or something off the coast that brought a lot of rain and wind and flooding. Norfolk is very subject to flooding, but I'm not here to do the weather. I'm here to give a review of a concert I saw last night at the Norfolk NORVA of Lucinda Williams and her band Buick 6. And fortunately we had a break in the weather because downtown Norfolk is very much subject to flooding during heavy rains and combination of heavy rains and high tides. So we had a nice day yesterday where we could make our way down there, and we were fortunate enough to have table seats with a table to watch the show from a comfortable distance. And I would say she played to a half packed house. I think Lucinda has played Hampton Roads numerous times and really packed them in, but I think with the weather, the uncertainty, a lot of people didn't come. They may have made other plans, but it was fortunate for the people who came to the show because it wasn't packed in, crowded. You could move about freely, which was nice. I mean, I would have loved to have seen a packed house for to support her music and all that, but it was a great show. The band, her backing band, and this is the first time I've seen the backing band of the main artist be the opening act, and they are call themselves. I got some information here, and I'm trying to find it. Just bear with me. Oh, here it is. Buick 6. Buick 6 is kind of like is to Lucinda what Crazy Horse is to Neil Young. So I'm going to read their names. Buick 6 consists of David Stutton on bass, longtime ELS percussionist Butch Norton on drums and assorted devices, and Strout Mattis, one of this year's American Music Association nominees for Instrumental of the Year, on guitar. And they played mostly instrumental, kind of boogie, rock and roll, ventured a little bit into jazz, and they played for about 45 minutes, and they were good. I enjoyed listening to them. And the supporting musicians for the main act being the opening act, I wonder did they get paid for that also. Anyway, the show started, and I on my post I put the set list, but I won't go over it because it's there. I will say I go pull out these CDs here and albums. She did not play anything from her self-titled album. She played one track from this album, Sweet Old World. What I noticed was she played a lot of songs from post Cartwheels, more recent stuff. The album she released from '01 up to the present, where the spirit meet the bone, and she played about 3 songs from here. And I'm kind of glad that she focused on the newer stuff, because I've heard the Cartwheel songs a lot of them live before, because I've seen Lucinda 8 times. One or two from here. World Without Tears. Maybe one from this album, maybe not. And a few from here. None from the Blessed album. And really promoting this. A good number of tracks on the set from this album, which I was glad, because this is my second favorite Lucinda Williams album. So it was a very cozy show. The sound was great, just crystal clear. And I felt the first 4 songs, the show got off to a kind of a slow start. It sounded a little draggy to me, but once they got into the track West Memphis, which is a kind of a swampy, bluesy song about a real life murder trial. The song expresses a frame-up of 3 teenagers who were accused of a horrible crime. I don't know the details, so I won't go into it. So once that song got started, I think the show really kicked off. And Buick 6 is an excellent backup band for Linda, but Lucinda has always surrounded herself with great musicians through the years, and such as Doug Pettibone, and I can name more, but my memory's bad. But it was just a 3-piece band, and then 4 including Lucinda. Lucinda doesn't do any, she strums the guitar, plays the chords. She doesn't do any, lead. She leaves that up to the band. She's the songwriter. She's the singer. She's the artist that conveys her writing to the audience. So, just a nice combination of excellent backup musicians with the artists. So it was a rocking show. Lucinda was in fine form, vocally. She did do a couple of covers toward the end, the encore, Should I Stay or Should I Go, by The Clash, and that was great. Lucinda's an excellent rock and roll singer. She covered on this album, Little Honey, and put my glasses on. It's a Long Way to the Top, an AC/DC song, and she could sing rock and roll as well as folk blues stuff as well. And the she also covered the Bruce Springsteen song, The Rising, the title track from his Rising album. Now, Lucinda has a new album coming out in January, because it was understood that when she recorded this album, Spirit Meets the Bone, that there was a lot of leftover material. So I don't know if this new album will contain tracks that was recorded in the making of that album. But she did play a new track that will be the title track, actually, called The Ghost of Highway 20. It said she just did it on acoustic guitar, no band, and it's really just a haunting, beautiful song, and the lyrical imagery was fantastic. So I'm looking forward to hearing that. And there's a clip on YouTube where she performs it live, so I'm going to re-listen to it. So I'm looking forward to that album. And The Ghost of Highway 21, the song, kind of remind me of the Springsteen's acoustic music, Nebraska, and the Ghost of Tom Jones. So looking forward to it. Overall, great show. I give it about a 9.5 out of 10. Very minimalistic, because I've seen Lucinda concerts where the band members were like, you know, 6, but it was just cut down to 3 basic musicians and her. Um, great setting. People came out. The audience were mostly older people. I would say 30s, 40s, even on up, and a few 20s scattered in there. Um, Lucinda's music is very intellectual. A lot of people don't get it, um, but that's fine, you know. To each their own. So thank you for watching this review. I did the best I can. This is really my first concert review on this page, and I want to thank everyone, all the members, for you know, chiming in and doing the thumbs up, comments here and there, and just being a member. That's very nice, and I need to be a little bit more active, do more posts, but you know, you get busy with things and all that. I tried to do a combination of the classic artists and up and comers, you know. So more recently, I think I focused more on the classic stuff, but I'm, you know, trying to get back into spotlighting the newer artists. The problem is the newer artists who aren't in the mainstream, who are under the radar, so to speak. You have to go out and search, and that takes a little time. So anyway, if you know of an artist that you like who is not really known in the mainstream that much, and you want to post, please feel free to do so. I mean, I'm the administrator of the site, and you know, keep it clean and all that, but you all run it too, you know. So thank you very much for watching. If you're in the path of the storm, if you're in this weather, be very careful out there. Try to stay home if you can. Make a pot of chili or some beef stew, you know, and be safe. Thank you very much for watching. You have a good day. Bye.